Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Jim, and I'm super excited about today's topic because it's something I genuinely believe can make a huge difference in your long-term investing strategy. We all hear about the S&P 500, and don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic index, a cornerstone for many U.S. investors. But what if I told you there's a way to cast an even wider net to tap into the growth potential of the entire world, not just one country? That's exactly what we're going to explore today. Today, we're diving into why it's crucial to consider investing in the VT ETF, or the Vanguard Total World Stock ETF, as a global stock market option besides just the S&P 500. Think about it. The global economy is a massive, interconnected machine, and limiting yourself to just one piece of it, even a large piece like the US market, means you could be missing out on significant opportunities and diversification benefits. We're going to break down exactly what VT is, why it's structured the way it is, and how it can potentially offer you a more robust and resilient portfolio over the long haul. We'll cover 5 key reasons why I think VT deserves a serious look from every investor, whether you're just starting out or you've been in the game for years. We're talking about diversification on a global scale, exposure to international growth engines, smarter risk management, long-term growth potential from every corner of the globe, and doing all of this in an incredibly cost-effective way. So grab a coffee, get comfortable, because this is information that could genuinely reshape how you think about building wealth. Let's get into it. Alright, let's kick things off with the first and arguably one of the most compelling reasons to consider the VT ETF true global diversification. Diversification is the fundamental idea of not putting all your eggs in one basket. VT, the Vanguard Total World Stock ETF, takes diversification to a whole new level. Instead of just US companies, VT captures the performance of the entire global stock market. We're talking about thousands of stocks, not just hundreds. It includes companies from developed and emerging markets worldwide. This level of diversification reduces reliance on any single country. VT embodies global diversification, offering robust risk mitigation. This, for me, is a huge advantage. Moving on to our second reason, which ties in beautifully with diversification, is global exposure and the ability to tap into worldwide growth engines. The United States has an incredible economy and has historically delivered strong market returns, no doubt about it, but the world is a very big place, and there are compelling growth stories unfolding in countries all across the globe. By limiting your investments primarily to the US, you might inadvertently be leaving a lot of potential growth on the table. The VT ETF, by its very nature of tracking a global stock market index, gives you a front row seat to these international opportunities. It automatically invests you in companies operating in dozens of countries, both in well-established developed markets and in rapidly growing emerging markets. This means you're not just betting on American innovation and enterprise, you're also participating in European industrial strength, Japanese technological prowess, and the explosive growth potential of economies in Asia, Latin America, and other developing regions. Let's talk specifically about emerging markets for a moment. Countries like China, India, Brazil, and others often have younger populations, a growing middle class with increasing purchasing power, and are undergoing rapid industrialization and technological adoption. While they can be more volatile and carry higher risks than developed markets, their potential for higher long-term growth can be significant. VT gives you a measured and diversified way to get exposure to this upside without you having to become an expert in picking stocks in unfamiliar markets. Then you have the developed markets outside the US. Think countries like Germany, the United Kingdom, France, Switzerland, Japan, Canada, and Australia. These nations are home to many world-leading companies in pharmaceuticals, automotive, luxury goods, finance, and technology. VT ensures you have a stake in these established international players, providing another layer of diversification and potential returns that you wouldn't get from a US only focus. By investing in VT, you're not just investing in one country's future, you're investing in the collective progress and ingenuity of the global economy. This broader perspective aligns with the reality of an increasingly interconnected world and ensures your position to benefit from growth wherever it may occur. Now for our third crucial reason to consider VT enhanced risk management. Every investment carries risk. Our goal isn't to avoid it, but to manage it wisely. A globally diversified ETF like VT shines compared to the S&P 500. Investing solely in the S&P 500 concentrates your risk in the US. VT spreads risks across a wider geographical canvas. It provides a natural hedge against US dollar weakness. Political and regulatory risks are better diversified globally. VT aims for a smoother investment experience by not being overly dependent on a single nation's economy. This broader diversification can lead to more consistent long-term returns. By investing in VT, you're aligning your portfolio with global resilience. Let's dive into the potential for enhanced long-term growth by capturing opportunities from all corners of the globe. Investing globally allows your money to grow substantially over decades. Market leadership rotates between countries and regions over time. By investing in a global ETF like VT, you capture growth wherever it emerges. VT allows you to own a piece of the entire world's publicly traded economy. You're not trying to pick the next winning country, you're investing in all of them. This approach aligns with owning the world or buying the haystack. Benefit from global economic expansion driven by population growth and technological advancements. It's a bet on human progress on a global scale. For long-term investors, VT offers a robust way to participate in global progress. It removes the guesswork of selecting specific international markets. You're simply along for the ride as the world economy continues its upward trajectory. Let's talk about VT's cost efficiency. Fees matter a lot. Small fee differences compound over time, affecting returns. VT from Vanguard offers global diversification affordably. Check the expense ratio, a key figure. It's an annual fee covering fund expenses. Lower expense ratios mean more money stays invested. VT is known for its low expense ratio. Achieving this diversification alone would be costly. You'd need multiple brokerage accounts, pay commission fees, deal with currency conversion fees, and spend time researching and rebalancing. The cost and effort would be prohibitive. VT bundles this for a tiny annual fee. Vanguard's investor-owned structure keeps costs low. They return value to investors via lower expense ratios. more market returns end up in your pocket. So, there you have it. 5 pretty compelling reasons why I believe the VT ETF is a fantastic option to consider for your investment portfolio. We've talked about the power of true global diversification beyond just the US market, the ability to tap into worldwide growth engines, the smarter risk management it offers by spreading your bets, its potential for capturing long-term growth from every corner of the globe, and crucially, how it achieves all of this with incredible cost efficiency. It's a really powerful combination. While the S&P 500 is and will likely remain a great investment for U.S. exposure, VT offers a more comprehensive, all-encompassing approach by giving you a stake in thousands of companies across developed and emerging markets worldwide. It's about not limiting your opportunities and building a more resilient portfolio for the decades to come. Of course, like any investment, it's essential to do your own research and consider how VT fits into your personal financial goals, risk tolerance, and overall investment strategy. This isn't financial advice, just my perspective on a great tool. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this deep dive into the VT ETF helpful, and that it gave you some food for thought on how to approach your global investment strategy. If you found this video helpful, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more content on smart investing and personal finance, share it with someone who might benefit, and definitely comment below. Let me know if you invest in VT or what your thoughts are on global diversification. See you in the next one. 11.